Hello crafters, I'm JanB and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card, which I'm calling a 3 cards in 1 or 3 in 1 card. What happens is you open up the first one, open up the second one, and then you open up the third one. Okay, stands up on the desk beautifully on your shelf, and what it looks like from the front view is something like this. Okay, and from the reverse side you get that side. Okay, I'm going to do the same design again, same design series paper, same sizes. The card size is actually a 7 by 5. You can do any size you like as long as the sizes decrease in the same proportion each time. And the design series paper is from Wonderful World, which is a level 2 gift in the current celebration, which ends on 31st of August. That's the paper, and it's level 2 because it comes with a stamp set as well, which is that one. This is an absolutely stunning set, it really is. My absolute favourite. So to start off with, I'm going to tell you the card pieces that we're going to be needing. We're going to start with a card base which measures 10 inches by 7 inches, scored and folded by 5 inches. The inches measurements will be suitable for A4 cardstock users and letter size cardstock users, and I will also work out the metric for A4 cardstock users, and they'll all be in the box below. So card number 2, you need a piece of basic white which measures 8 inches by 6 inches, scored and folded at 4 inches. And then you need a piece of basic white which measures 6 inches by 5 inches, scored and folded at 3 inches. And then for the big card you need 2 layers of Orchid Oasis which measure 6 3/4 inches by 4 3/4. And for the second one you need 2 pieces of Orchid Oasis which measure 3 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. I've written these down back to front, but hope it doesn't confuse you. And then for card number 3 you need 2 pieces of Orchid Oasis which measure 2 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And then for the large card you need a piece of basic white and a piece of the design series paper, both of which should measure 4 5/8 inches by 6 5/8 inches. And then for this one you need a piece of basic white and a piece of design series paper, both of which should measure 3 5/8 inches by 5 5/8 inches. I haven't adhered this one on yet because I want to emboss that one. And then for this one you need a piece of designer series paper and basic white, both of which measure 2 5/8 inches by 4 5/8 inches. You need some scraps of basic white, and you also need a die cut stitched rectangle that's been die cut with die number 4 in Orchid Oasis. If you don't have the dies, the rectangle should measure 2 1/4 inches by 3 5/8 inches. And for the sentiment on the front here, that's being die cut with the what I call the regular, no, not the regular, I call that the standalone die. So the layer that needs is 1 3/8 inches by 1 3/4 inches, and I will measure the white on that one and the white on that one because I'll be die cutting them again, but I'll give you the measurements when we get there. Okay, so I'm going to start by doing the the stamping first, I think. So first of all, on the front of the card we want birthday wishes, and I'm going to be using Orchid Oasis. Stamp sets I'm using, apart from the Wonderful World that I've shown you, sentiments I'm using Birthday Wishes, which is from Garden Birdhouses, No One Deserves a Happy Birthday Than You, and Love You So Much, both of them from Flowering Tulips. Okay, so Oh, there we go, that's where it is. There we go, that's good. So that's going to be die cut. Let's put that over there. Oh, got a glass of water, excuse me. We have just started a bit of a heat wave over here, so I'm drinking quite a lot of water. Right, so the next one I want to do is this. So I'm going to be showing you how to stamp that flower. So there's that one. That one needs to be on a scrap of paper, and then the large one. Right, let me do all three of the stamping. So what I really want to do is I want to show you how I do the flowers, and I think it'll be helpful to you if I bring the camera down close. So that's going to go on that one, that's going on there, and this one's going to be a die cut. Now I have already inked all my stamps up. I'll come back to do the sentiments on those, but I want to bring my camera down a bit. Now this is not my first take. Last time what I did was, instead of bringing the camera down, I switched it off. So let me bring you down a bit. Right, let's see how close that is. See that one? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so the flower that I used on this one is this one here. Okay, and I used my Stampin' Right markers, and this colour is actually Rich Raspberry, methinks, yep, and also Pear Pizzazz. Now, I've already been stamping with this and I haven't washed my ink off, okay, but I will just go over it again to show you. Okay, so you just need to go over your flower, just go as close as you can to where the green is going to be. Try and not move about too much, because obviously I've only got a little area to focus myself in. Okay, so then with the green, because I had already inked this, I could have just huffed on them and then stamped. Can you see how close I'm going to where that flower is? Got to try and watch where I'm holding this, and also watch where I'm painting. If you're doing this straight onto a clean stamp, I recommend that you do it the first time and then stamp it onto some scrap paper. Okay, so there's that one. I will come back to do the huffing on that in a moment. So my second one, this is Flirty Flamingo. There we go. Now this one needs a bit more concentration because you've got green leaves coming out from the top. So just paint your Flirty Flamingo right up to the edges. Occasionally I finish up with a little bit of white because I haven't gone quite enough to the green. But I don't think it spoils the card. Okay, so that's Flirty Flamingo. Now we'll have the Pear Pizzazz. Oops. not very easy when you're concentrating on the camera, and also to make sure that I am actually showing you. So please bear with me. Did I do that one? Yes, I did. Okay, so there's that one ready. And what colour was this? Orchid Oasis. Now, one of the mistakes I made earlier on was I was painting the flowers and then the leaves, and on one of them I changed the way I was doing it. Instead of doing flowers and leaves, I decided to do leaves and flowers. In fact, it happened on my card. And then so I'm trying to concentrate again. What happened? I was trying to anyway, I decided on this one to do the leaves first, and then I forgot to go back and do the flowers, so when I stamped it, it just did not work at all. The image was atrocious, and I had stamped it straight onto my Whisper white card piece, and it was the Flirty Flamingo bit, which explains why the Flirty Flamingo is on the embossed piece, because I decided to stamp on a separate piece, die cut it, and so I did that, but then I decided I didn't want to just put it that low because it was right near the bottom, and so I put another sheet of white on top, which I embossed, and I actually finished up really liking it. So that's what I'm going to do on the card with you. It also gave me the option of putting the image right in the centre. You see, it doesn't take long to do this, and you will see that all of those would have dried off by now. So let me take you away again and use that to judge how far we need to go. About right? No, that's a bit too far. There we go. Right, so my first one is this one. Okay, so I'm going to huff on this. Excuse me, I don't like huffing, but needs must. There we go. Can you see the shading on that? And the shading on the leaves. It really is beautiful. Now on this one, I've got Love You. And this is Orchid Oasis ink. Bring this down as low as possible. And straighten it up there. There we go. There we go, that's good. Let's put them all over there once they're done. So that's that one. We've got that one for die cut. Now we've got Flirty Flamingo, and that's got to go onto a scrap of that's my scrap, isn't it? This is Flirty Flamingo. So this is going to be die cut. So if we try and get it round about there. Right, go to half again. There we go. Another one, plenty of shading on it as well. Okay. That's one done. And no sentiment in that one. And in this one we want the blue one. And then I'm having the sentiment towards the bottom. So let me just close that while I do this one. This is going to take a bit more huffing. It's quite a big stamp to be huffing on. This Orchid Oasis is a little bit of a strange colour because it's a purpley sort of blue really, and most of the time I just think it looks blue, but when I get the paper out and I look at the ink pad like this, it really does look like a mauvey sort of colour. So that's that one. Again, nice and textured, and I need this and the last sentiment. I really love this saying, this sentiment, really love it. Right, you come down a bit. That's it. There we go. Slightly off, not totally straight, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. That really is very, very close. So now we can put our card together. I'm going to start with the big one. So we've got those. And those. Let's get my silicone mat. Now when I adhered that piece on and all the white layers, I did what I usually do and just put some Tombow around the edges, but because this one is going on the front of the card and it's going to have another card adhered onto it, I've put glue all over, and I'm going to do that the same on this as well. Just to make sure that it is secure. I don't like the idea of, if this piece wasn't glued down to the cardstock, the weight of the other cards on it, I just don't want to take a chance on it pulling it away, if that makes sense. I'm making this video on the 8th of July, which is my birthday, but this video won't be going live until the 17th of July. I'm making this one in advance because we are going away to celebrate my birthday. So by the time this goes live, we will be back. We're just going for 5 days. But we are going to Gibraltar, which has been on my bucket list for so long, really such a long time. I'm so looking forward to going somewhere where they have our red telephone boxes and our red post boxes. It really is a little part of Britain. As you see, I'm only doing round the edges of this one because this won't actually have a card attached to it. There we go, isn't that beautiful? So pleased with that. Right, card number 2, that's got to be embossed. So let's do the bits that we can do. This can go on the front ready. And also, what we have to remember about this one is this card is one, the middle card is going to be the one that opens up reverse. Okay. So if you're anything like me, it will probably be a good idea, that's your main card, that when you put this one down here, you put it that way round. If I didn't do that, I would forget, and there's still a strong chance I'll forget anyway. Right, I'm going to save that piece, that's got to go on there. That is for my big shot. So the next card, take these little bits. So this doesn't need to have glue all over because it's not going to have another card onto it. I think that's straight. Okay, and this one goes on the inside. There's plenty of room to write in sentiments on the inside, but me personally I'd write mine on the back, right on the very back, so it's not visible. One, because it's like personal notes, but also my writing's not that brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to get my big shot over. I want to die cut that, emboss that, and die cut that. So there's that I need, and I need that, and the embossing folder I'm using is the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder. Right, so let's get this up first. So first of all, I'm going to tilt that sideways. Whenever you're doing rectangle dies, it is better if you don't put the straight edge to go straight through your machine. Let's do, oh, you ran the wrong way. Alright, we'll do this one at a time. Okay, so I'm going to be popping that one onto there. And this one is that straight? It looks it. Just looks as if it could go up very slightly. Yep, that'll do a good job there. And then that's going to be going onto there. Okay, it looks like it could do being trimmed down a bit. I might not. Let's think about that one. Well, that's those. So now that I'm going to do this piece, and I do prefer to give my paper a little bit of a spray with water if I'm using a 3D embossing folder. I just feel that you get a much better impression. Now obviously I can't do this in front of you, but you'll hear me go t-t with this. Bear with me. There we go. Yep, that's good. That's just plain water in the spray bottle. So what I need is move these out of the way. And then I bring in my plates that I really for my cut and emboss machine. And it's number 1. 3D embossing folders I need 1 and 4. So that's number 4. Okay. I need to get this in. Now the front here where it says Stamping Up, this is the front. Unfortunately my piece is too tall to let it sit on the line. Let's see if I can get this so it looks straight. Yes. Okay. And always put your fold of your embossing folder through your machine first. It puts far less pressure on the actual fold there. There we go. Let's put that down there and that on there. Let's see what we've got. There we go. This is my favourite embossing folder at the moment. So let's bring everything back. So this one, let me write this down because I will put the measurements in the box below the video. So the white is, oh my goodness, that's going into 16ths, 8, 9, 10, 11 16ths. That's 1 and 11 16ths. And 1 and, oh, that's a tad under 1 1/4 inches. So that was the basic white birthday wishes sentiment. So let's put these two together. Then I'll pop this up on the front using dimensionals. Oh, I did say that it needed to be cut off a bit, didn't I? No, I'm going to leave that. Right, so there's that one. And we need this one. And I said I'd measure this one. So that is 3 and 1, 2, 3 16ths. 3 3/16 by 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1 13/16. It'd be a lot easier just to buy the dies. You won't be sorry, they are a beautiful set. Right, so let me pop these together. There we go. So there's that one. So that one is to have this popped on. That's it. And then I'm going to put the Flirty Flamingo flower in the centre. This was definitely a happy mistake when I did a lousy bit of stamping, because I really like how this page has finished up. The other thing about, another thing about this card is you could actually make 3 cards. So you could use whichever design you like and make that, like the small card is a card on its own. I don't pop up things on dimensionals if I'm doing things inside my card, as you know. Just make sure this is right in the centre. The more I see this colour, the more I'm really liking it. Whether it's blue or purple, I don't mind. It's a pretty colour. Okay, so that's that and that. So remember, this one's got to open up this way to put this in. Is this... No, that's not having a card onto it, is it? I'm just thinking whether I've got to glue all over it. I don't think so, but I'm not taking any chances. Okay, so this has got to go the opposite side. Okay, so that and that and that, and that's got to go on there. Okay, let's just pop this one up, then we can put our card together. If you think these dimensionals don't look like our normal size, it's because this came within some card kit, can't remember which one. And I did everything I wanted to do with the card kit, so I decided to use the leftovers for my general cards. I also need to have a look to see what gems I want to put on here. It's a shame to colour that flower up, look. Oh, what do you reckon? Bite the bullet and be done with it? Yes, I think so. Shame. Mind you, there's one up there, so. But I really do love this design series paper. Now we're going to adhere our 3 cards together. And the only thing you really need to remember is to do it so that the base of all of them touch the desk. otherwise it will never stand up. Okay, so let's do the first one. Now this is going against the card, so I'm giving this a little bit extra Tombow. And what I'm going to do is, that's that way, that's that way. I want this positioned in the centre towards the base here. Yeah, that looks about the same gap either side. And then I'm going to stand it up and push that down so that it is touching the base, and then look at it from here to make sure that that is even. Yep, that looks straight. So now this one needs to be glued from here onto here, so this one opens up. Okay. Ooh, that's coming out rather quickly. I'm going to blot that off a bit. That was far too quickly. Let's get a piece of scrap. If you ever find that you put on too much glue, just get some scrap paper and blot it off. Okay. So put that so it stands on the floor. Get it to look even either side. And then make sure it's down. Check this end. Make sure that's perfectly straight. There we go. That is lovely. And then really double to make sure so that your card stands up and it's not tilting forward. Okay, so there we go. I just absolutely love this design, and I love these stamps. I love how you can paint them and get them like that. They don't have to be just one colour. So that's today's project. As I say, I'll be back from my holiday by the time you see this. Many thanks for watching. I will put all the inches measurements for A4 cardstock users and letter size cardstock users, and metric measurements for A4 cardstock users in the box below. 7x5 card, you can do any size you like. Just remember, whichever proportions you need to make one smaller than the second card, smaller than the first, use the same proportions to do the same for the third card. Okay, and also don't forget that that one goes that way, so it looks like it could be an M card, couldn't it? 3M. How about a 3M card? That's quite good, isn't it? 3M, isn't that a name of a company that makes a sellotape, I think. So there we go. Really love it. Really love this. Not sure whether I prefer the 3 or the 2. Possibly the 3. But whatever, it's a beautiful card. I'm very happy with it. I will put all the measurements and the ingredients that I've used for this card in the box below. The ingredients for this one, where they differ, which isn't going to be much apart from colouring, they will be on my blog the same day this goes live, which will be the 17th of July. If you do shop with me, first of all, thank you very much for your business. It really is very much appreciated. Please remember to use the HOSTESS code so that I can send you free product when I send you your Happy Mail at the beginning of August. And don't forget, we are going through celebration at the moment. For every £45 of your order, you can choose a gift from the celebration brochure, which is this little one here that I showed you. There are level 1 and level 2 gifts in here, and the level 2 is if you place an order for £90. Got a brilliant little hippo stamp set there with some matching dies, so each of those is a level 1. Really loads of design series paper as well. That's all silver or gold designs. There's another one there for Rings of Love. Really is, if you've got any stamping up, crafting needs, now's a really good time to order. It's also an amazing time to join Stamping Up too, whether you'd like to join as a hobbyist, that is somebody who joins for the discount on their shopping, or as a business builder. You get an extra gift for your starter kit, as well as using £130 or €175 for your £99 or €129 fee. You will also get a planner, which is a brilliant help when you're trying to get lots of different things organised, and you can do it month by month and follow all the way through. There's also a stamp set comes with it, and also some notebooks. If you check up on page what's this, 18 and 19, this will show you the actual planner, that one there. It's really lovely, and 3 notepads and also a stamp set too. So you get that free with your starter kit. So great time to join, great time to shop. Any questions, please email me and I'll be very happy to answer. My email address is janb@janbcards.com. Many thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, please take care, stay safe, and of course, happy crafting. Cheerio.